Hey everyone, Adarsh here. Welcome to Adarsh Model Train. So today we're gonna talk about PCF 8574 board, which is a GPIO pin extender board where we can have every board contain 8 pin P0 to P7, and it has an interrupt pin. We can connect almost like 8 boards in a chain, and we can get many pins for GPIO operations. So let's look into the board, how board looks like. If you can see here, we have front side of the board and back side of the board here. So front side of the board, if you see here, we have a pins, which first one is an interrupt pin, and then followed by P0 to P7 pin. So anything we want to read out of these pins, we have to use interrupt pin, and based on the interrupt we have to read a particular pin. So that's how we can read the data. But for uh, writing a data, we have P0 to P7 we can use directly. We can see here, like in the back side of the board, we have all the pins labeled properly: interrupt P7, P6, P5, P4, P3, P2, P1, P0. And we have four pins here, like VCC, GND. VCC is plus 5 volt, GND is a ground. Serial data line, serial clock line. So basically whenever we have to write anything, we'll use the clock line up and down, and then we'll pass the data, serial data, to the board. Here we can see we have three jumpers, like A0, A1 and A2, which is used for address configurations. And if you see here, this is a back side of the board, where, like, downside of the board, where we can just snap another board and connect to that, and we can make a chain. So maximum, as I have told, that we can use 8 boards in the row. If you see the address configurations for this, so if you see the address configuration, when A0, A1 and A2 is low, means nothing has been configured without with the jumper. Like here, if we can see here closely, we have a plus and minus here, which is high and low. So now everything is in low, so this will have the address 20. When we make A0 high and A2 and A1 and A2 as a low, so that time we'll have address 21. If we see here the next board, which is configured here, so here we have A0 high and A1 and A2 is low, so this has a address of 21. When we have A0 low and A1 high, that time we have address of 22. So if we see the board here, so this, the middle one, if we have just moved it, so first one is A0, then A1, A2. So A1 is high here, A0, and A2 is low. So this is another address, which is 22. And when we move A1 and A0 high and A2 low, then it will have an address of 23. So as we can see in the board, we have A0 and A1 is high and A2 is low. So that's how we can configure the board with the address wise. Sequence wise, we just keep following the chart, and we can just get the address. Here if we see, so we can play around only with A0, A1 and A2, and rest A3, A4, A5 and A6 are the static one, which where we cannot do any changes. So that's how we'll get only 3 bit uh, of address to set, and we can get 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 and 27 address, hexadecimal address. And we can connect maximum 8 board, which will give us 8 into 8 64 pins for IO operations. So let's see how we can just connect this board. So normally what we have to do is, we have to just keep snapping this in the back side of the previous board. And if I just zoom out little bit, try to zoom out. So here you can see here, the complete board. So we have attached 4 board which will give us 32 additional IO operation GPIO pins where we can do the operations. So I have a GitHub page where you can get all the information about this configuration of this board and all the connection details. It's on github.com/adarshkumarsingh83/andrino/document PCF8574. You can visit to that page and see this chart as well as the other information related to the board. Hope this will help you to understand the configuration and how to create a chain out of this board, because we're gonna use this board widely for our APIs going forward. So hope this will help you. Thank you.